Welcome to our money series video. This is going to be the first episode. All right. So we are going to be looking at a $6,000 per month income opportunity. Okay, with global dropshipping from Nigeria. Now, in our money series videos, we are going to be breaking down sales opportunities with dropshipping products. Okay, so in this video, we are going to look at this product, this drinks fridge, all right, under counter drinks fridge, and we're going to look at how we can find customers and generate sales for this product and make money with this product. Okay, that is what we're going to do, and the target is $6,000 every month, and we just need to sell 18. But we're going to talk about this in a bit, so stick around.
Working hard to feed this hunger. Whoa. Suffer through the ice cold winter to the heat of the summer. Tell me what I gotta do to earn a meal. Standing on the picket line, still waiting for a deal. Head downtown looking for a job, if that's what you call it. Down on my hands and knees in the bathroom stall, scraping out a toilet. An honest living is hard earned, but I know there's hope for me. Praying for a change to come one day, saying, God, can you please give me something to believe in.
All right. So the product we are looking to sell is the under-counter drinks fridge. Okay, and the cost price, so the supplier's price for this product is £150 or about $200. Okay, my selling price, if I'm going to if I'm going to build a global dropshipping business selling this product, my selling price would be £400, which is about $537. Okay. My profit, all right, my profit would be £250, which is about $335. Okay. So now knowing this and knowing that I want to make $6,000, in this business every month, my income, um, it is very important to know how many units I need to sell. Okay, I've done the math. I need to sell just 18 units every month to reach $6,000 profit. Okay, $6,000. Now, let us look at the product. All right, and let us talk about it. So, this is a fridge that is specifically made for drinks. Okay, you can store your beers, your wine, your cider, your juice, okay, your beverages. You can store it in this fridge to make it chill, make it cool. Okay, this product is doing very well during this summer period because when people come back from the outing, from jogging, from the office, and it is hot out there, and when they come into their home, they need a chill drink. They want to grab a chill drink. All right, you can even store water. Right, you can put water into this drinks fridge and get it chilled. Okay. Now, just merely looking at the product, what do we see? It has a see-through glass, all right, so you can see the drinks from outside or the contents of the fridge from outside. Um, it is very quiet, all right, quiet operation, more quiet than the standard kitchen fridge. Okay, on that 40 decibels. Um, It has a premium temperature performance, so you can adjust the temperature with 6 level coolings. Okay, and this is shown here. All right, it has a reversible door. It has, you can removable and adjustable shelves, LED lights, so you can see. Um, okay, adjustable feet. You can adjust the feet as well. So those are the features of the, those are the features of the drinks fridge. All right. Now, if you want to sell this product, so this is it empty. Now we're talking about capacity. All right. Look at how large the storage space is. Now, if you want to sell this product now and you want to extract that $6,000 I'm talking about, all right, what would be your approach? Okay, so now we're going to talk about, I'm going to tell you how I would approach it, all right, how I typically approach it. I don't sell products, I sell outcomes, right? What can this product give to my customer? That give is what I sell. All right. Because that is what customers are most likely looking for, even though they don't know it. All right. That is what they're looking for. So they want they want a business that relates to their headaches, all right, to their value, the value they're looking for. So we want to be as related to their value as possible, to the value that they are looking for as possible. And I would explain that in a bit. Okay. Now, there are different channels you can use to promote products in e-commerce. Global dropshipping is a subset of e-commerce, so we normally call it global dropshipping e-commerce. All right, there are many channels you can use to promote or advertise a product online to find products. Um, I use Google Ads. Okay, Meta Ads sometimes, for smaller cost product, but for products like this, with targets like this, I would use Google Ads. Okay? Because it's based on what people are searching, right? They search for something, then queries come out, the results come out. Within those results are ads. Okay? So if a customer searches for drinks fridge, I want to show up, pretty much because I'm selling what they are looking for. Okay? So, all right. So when it comes to selling the product, I approach it from a whom and why perspective. Okay. Um, it is very important that you understand your customers, the people that are going to be buying your product. You need to know them. You need to know what I mean. You need to know, what are they using my product for. All right. Because then you can, once you know that, you can focus on that. Right. If someone is saying, um, I'm trying to give an example. Um, yeah, even in this case, it's like, even in this case, the same thing. If someone is looking for, let's say, you have a kitchen fridge, you have a fridge in your kitchen, a standard fridge, but your fridge is filled with food stuff like groceries, fruits, and all that stuff. Your fridge is filled with that stuff, and then you have your drinks. Maybe you have a favorite cider or your favorite beverage. Let me say Dr. Pepper or La Casera, for example, right? You love La Casera, and you normally put it in the fridge. But anytime you go to get La Casera, or maybe not even La Casera, you want to go grab butter or jam or something else, you have to be moving the drinks around before you actually find what you're looking for. Your fridge is stuffed. All right. Then you start thinking, if I just buy a fridge, dedicated fridge for just my drinks, would that be better? Understand? So this is now the customer thinking, okay, I have this inconvenience. How do I solve the inconvenience? Well, I could just buy a separate fridge for my drinks. Okay, for my favorite drinks. Um, and that is one way you can look at it. Okay. If you know that this customer coming to buy from you, this is what they want to solve. They want to solve an inconvenience. They need they're buying this specific drink fridge to keep things organized. Then don't you think it serves you better or it serves you well to focus on showing or portraying why or how portraying how the drink fridge you are selling helps them achieve what they want to achieve. Do you understand? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. That allows you to smoothly convince them to make a purchase to buy from you. Basically, right? The strongest thing in marketing is relatability, and people don't know, but relatability can help you build the initial trust even before a customer spends a dime. If they feel like you understand them or you understand their situation, there is that small beginning trust that will start developing. Okay. So in this case, right, to make your Google Ads highly effective, you need to understand exactly who is typing those long tail keywords, right, those search terms, right, and what problem they are trying to solve. Okay. So let's go down to it. So now I'm going to approach it. We're approaching this from a customer persona, right? And there are five customer personas here that I've put together, all right, which is basically five type of people that will be looking to buy a drinks fridge. Okay. Um, I am not going to be selling to all of them. No, that's not really how you approach things. I'm going to start with a few, maybe two, okay, and focus on them and build the business with that. Then when it comes to extending the business, expanding the business, then I can expand the business into new target audience, okay, and build separate landing pages for that for those target audience. Okay. Now the first one is the main fridge crowder. I just talked about it, right? Your kitchen fridge is stuffed. Okay. So you just want you want to organize things by getting a second fridge dedicated to to drinks. The people that tend to face this problem the most are families or shared households. Okay, but typically families. Okay. So who they are? Parents, couples, or housemates who cook heavily at home. They have a standard kitchen fridge that is constantly bursting at the seams. What means is that the fridge is stuffed, it's filled, right? That is what that means. Now, what is the problem? Well, the main problem is cartons of milk, fresh groceries left over containers are constantly battling space with your sodas, all right? Your multi-pack sodas, your juice boxes, your beer, your drinking, your chilled drinking water, all right? Someone has to move 3 bottles just to get to the butter. Okay, so yeah, this is it's frustrating. It's an inconvenience. How do you solve this? How do they think of solving things? Well, organize things, right? Keep things organized so it helps with their sanity. Um, buying the drink fridge unit becomes an easy becomes the preferred solution, right? You just buy the fridge dedicated for drinks. Okay. If the husband or the father likes to drink their beer or likes to drink their cider or likes to drink their juice, okay, now there's a dedicated fridge that everybody can go to. Everybody in the family house can go to, in the home, can go to take what drinks they want to take, right? That allows more space, to be available in the fridge. So this is families and shared households. All right. The second one will be the social host. You know a few people. You might know a few people. They're very social. They like to host every weekend. Champions League final is happening. You're hosting. Come to my house and watch it. Right. People that host a lot in their homes. These kind of people would typically want to have like a dedicated fridge for their drinks so they can serve the friends, or their guests, their families, extended families that come to chill with them. Okay. All right. So who are they? So people who love hosting football watch parties, summer barbecues, movie nights, and dinner parties. All right. When guests come over, so the problem is when guests come over, they are constantly walking into the cooking zone, opening the main fridge and disrupting the flow of the kitchen. Um, and so it is much more convenient for them to just to have the drinks fridge closer to where you typically chill out in your home. Okay. Um, So you basically want a dedicated drink station placed in the dining room, conservatory, or living area. It allows guests to help themselves to perfectly chill drinks without invading the host cooking space. All right. The third one will be the man cave, right? The game. Let's say you're a bachelor, you're bachelor, young adult. You have your own place, okay? Or maybe you just bought a house for yourself as a as a bachelor. This happens a lot abroad. Maybe not so in Nigeria, but abroad a lot. Um, so what do, right? You want to have a game room, you want to have a pool table, your snooker table, your table tennis, your arcades, your dart boards. You want to have it around in a section of your home where you chill with your guys, you chill with your girlies, um, and you want to have a drink. You want to have a drink fridge there because you guys drink. It might not necessarily even your wine. You can cool your wine, in the drinks fridge, right? So maybe it might not necessarily be beer, but some people take beer. It might just be you having cold, chilled water, okay, and that will be it. So that is the why they would want to buy that. It's proximity and atmosphere. You want to have your drinks, dedicated drinks, fridge in that your game room, all right, your chill room, your hangout room where your friends come out, hang out with your friends and all that. Right? This man cave and this weekend entertainer is kind of intertwined. So yeah. So now then there's professional, work from home professionals. You want to work from, you have your home office. You have your home office and you're working from home. Okay. All right. So you have your home office and um, maybe when you're working from home, you don't want to have to be going to the kitchen to get water or to get drink um, whilst you're working. Maybe you just want to have like a drinks fridge close to within your office, inside your office, that is just a hand stretch away from you. Okay, they can if you want water, chilled water, you can just grab from the fridge. If you want cider, if you want beverage, you can just grab it from the fridge easily and continue working. There are people like that want to have that setup. Okay. So those are the people that, that would typically look into buying a drinks fridge. So I'm talking about remote workers, freelancers or business owners who spend 8 to 10 hours a day in a dedicated home office doing work. Okay. What is the problem? Well, the midday trip to the kitchen for a sparkling water or an iced coffee often turns into a distraction. All right. And if you have a family, just going downstairs, your kids are seeing you, all of a sudden now you have to spend time. Just going downstairs and now your wife is telling you something happened. It's a distraction away from the work you're doing. So some of them would prefer not to leave their home office, till their work is done. So anything that's going to drag you away from there, you want to kind of mitigate that. So for example, going to grab drinking water, if you have a drink fridge in your office, you wouldn't need to leave the office, right? So that is their thinking, right? So it helps with productivity, and it's also a bit of a micro luxury, all right. So because this unit operates at a whisper, because the unit is very quiet, it fits into this. It serves well for this purpose, right? Because if it was noisy, then okay, you say, okay, how does this help with productivity? But it's not. It's very quiet, so it can sit right next to an office desk without interrupting your calls or your work. Okay, all right. So the last one is just student or renter that don't want to go for expensive options. I'm not really going to go for this fifth one. Um, the the ones that interest me the most is number two, number three, and number four. you know, because you want to sell ideally, okay, you want to sell to somebody, to a target audience that you know that their focus is on value rather than price. I think a family home, they have so much bills flying around that they start prioritizing things. The price becomes a priority for them. They want to cut down cost. So they're coming to you, but it's not really that much big of a problem where they have to pay anything for it. From that point of view, it's not a big, look, I just want to declutter the fridge. It's that is not a big problem where they have to look at prices. Um, so where they have to just buy based on value and not look at prices. So in this case, the mom might do the shopping, and she will look at prices. She will compare. She will price shop. I don't want that. It doesn't fit my model because I want to maximize my profit and sell at the maximum price possible I can possibly sell. So that is not going to fit. So I would rather go for the guys that are buying it for either aesthetic reasons or you know um, a a hobby like value. I don't know if that makes sense. A hobby like value. Um, the man cave, for example, the game room creator, right? This person would spend for it because they'll plan for it. Um, the weekend entertainer, social host, this person likes people people praising them. Oh, this is such a nice thing. This is just a nice thing. No, they have that kind of um, personality or just a behavior where they like people praising them or they want to be the center of their attention. Um, so that is what this person would be much more likely to spend more to buy their drinks for each. The work from home professional, I can um, really sell them and hook them why they should buy and hook them and convince them to buy from me. All right. So these three people would be I'll use my target audience. I'll use them to build out a business. Okay. That is what I would do. So when I go into, even before I even start running ads or promoting, I like to understand my target audience. And when I do that, then I can know exactly how to sell the product to them. Okay. And I'll give you an example what I'm talking about. All right. So for example, if I'm going for the family, so the main fridge crowder, for example, the tagline of free up kitchen space is going to attract a mother or a mom or wife trying to wanting to buy the drinks fridge for the purpose of decluttering. Is that is going to catch them. So even without me saying, or even without me um, headlining with um, on that counter drinks fridge, okay, this free up kitchen space is going to catch them, right? Because that's what they want to do. That's what they're looking to do. All right. So that's what. So these, for example, for the entertainer, the social host, perfect for match day. Somebody that likes to watch Premier League football, and their friends typically come around almost every Saturday to watch with them. Or there's a Champions League final coming. Perfect for match day is going to be something that would attract and catch the person, catch the person's attention. The ultimate home bar setup. Someone that's looking to set up like a mini home bar. This is gonna, is gonna catch their attention. When it comes to the work from home professional, the fridge being quiet is the main seller for them. And then you sell the convenience of it. Like, listen, you want to drink water, you don't have to leave your office. A hand stretch away from yourself, then allows you to continue doing the work that you are doing. Okay, that would be strong selling point. So depending on who I'm going for, target audiences I'm going for, that would determine what my headline would be. And when I talk about headline, it's Google Ads. So you use Google Text Ads to find customers. So when I talk about headline, this is a headline. For example, bespoke fitted furniture, 50% off summer sale now on. So what do you think I'm going to put here? I'm going to put first thing I'm going to put here is drinks fridge. Um, let me see, silent drinks fridge or quiet drinks fridge. Okay, then I'll put here um, one of those things I just mentioned. Now, so it could be something like, let's see. perfect for match day, right? Perfect for match day. Okay. Perfect. Or for this case, free up kitchen space. So it could be something like free up kitchen space that I could put in the second headline here. So silent drinks fridge, free up kitchen space, for example. Then I now talk about, okay, I dive into it. What do I mean by free up kitchen space? This is going to talk about, the inconveniences and then add how this helps them. All right, that's what I'm going to put here. Okay, so yeah, so that's how I'm going to approach it, and then I'll target my customers based on what they would typically search for. Somebody going through a social host that is looking for a drinks fridge to buy, what do you think they'll be typing on Google? I need to figure that out so I can make sure I reach them. Okay, so when you approach from the target audience, from your customer's point of view, you can easily sell to them. Once you know the whom is going to buy and the why they will buy, you can really sell them, reverse that and sell them. Okay, and sell to them. All right. So all of a sudden now selling the 18 per month is not really something, difficult to do. Right. It's something, you can do once you nail those parts down. You can do it and make your $6,000 every month. Okay. All right, guys, that is it. If you are interested and you want us to set up a global dropshipping business for you and support you, reach out to us, contact us, comment your thoughts below, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comment or reach us on WhatsApp. Like the video and subscribe.